Hello everyone, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. If you can hear me well, chat, would you let me know? And also, would you let me know how are you? So, let's set up the scene. And I forgot to bring my water. So, give me a minute to bring my water. All right, here's a waterproof. All right, so Al-Baslan, hello. Will we render this scene using Unreal Engine? This is, no, we're gonna render it using Twinmotion, but perhaps we can try something like this in Unreal. I have a similar scene. Do you have any questions about rendering in Unreal? So I wonder how many of you guys got the new Twinmotion 2024, and I don't know if you have noticed with the like Unreal Engine improvements, now it has Lumen, and with the recent release, Twinmotion 2024.1 preview release, this one has been updated to Unreal Engine 5.4, means superior lumen and path tracing quality. There are new spacing areas and so many things. We can go through some of them now. But today I wanted to take a look like together at Twinmotion, talk about it a little bit. What is this yellow thingy? This is the first time. This is the spacing tool. Do I have the spacing tool enabled? Interesting. Yeah, this is the spacing tool. I had it enabled, yeah, by mistake. So we will take a look at this new tool. This is one of the new tools. And some other features. And answer any questions you have, any problems. And I will have an Unreal Engine version like open on the side just in case if we have time to answer some Unreal questions. But let's see if you can generate some Twinmotion related questions today. So I think with the like what was missing from Twinmotion in the past is like Lumen support. And since we have that, and we have the path tracing and the 5.4 now, it's really good. Oh, my keyboard stopped working. So I just want to put the chat on the side. The new tool can place light objects. Hawk, hello. Now I can see the chat. Let's just bring it near me. Yes. So actually, let's try that. So when I switch from media, I'm still noob here. If I switch back, like if I turn it off, we'll still have the same field of view. So do we change it from here? Or do we go to the camera settings? Yep, from here. So with to answer your question, to open these placement tools, we go to populate, we go to spacing, and we draw. So let's do this. You can draw a path like this, and if we select it, we can drag assets. And if placing lights works, let's see if oh yeah, it works. But interestingly, wow, I click somewhere in the space. Will they work when I do like path tracing? Let me close the curtain because my eyes hurt from the sun. Tuban. You've been learning Unreal, but Unreal always crashes. You've tried almost all the existing tutorials to fix it, but it doesn't work. So I gave up learning Unreal. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. Why is it crashing? Is it a specific project, specific, like what's happening? So this seemed to that like it placed lights, but I don't see their effects. So if we click again here, asset, something is off with placing the light, so I'm not sure if it's working, Hawk. But let's place another light. So it's like they are disappearing. How about something else? So will they disappear? Oh, we need to download it. Let's download. The library is getting bigger and bigger, that's for sure. So this is cool. Can increase the count and the offset, random lateral offset. That's nice for trees and stuff. How easy it is to change like the. It is easy. Well, not about these guys. So if you click, we can simply delete the vertex or the point in the space. If you hold shift, you duplicate. We don't want that. Okay, it's kind of, I'm trying if it's like, is it really intuitive to add more of these? No, it's kind of like, nah, yeah. So updating this plan is kind of interesting, but it's fine. Moaz, hello, buddy. Okay, so let's do something. Let's create a new scene. Here's something from scratch, Twinmotion from scratch, and let's talk about this for complete beginners like Moaz. Hello, Moaz. So Twinmotion is built on top of Unreal Engine, and it can be used to visualize things you are creating really fast. It's very easy to use. There are so many assets, materials, templates, and things that will help you visualize your projects much faster. And you can, if you like, for educational purposes, you can download it for free. Like regarding licenses and stuff, it's like $700 if you're using it professionally a year. I can't remember, but around that. I'm not so sure. Anyway, you can use it totally for free, learn it totally for free, and download it from here. So from here, we download Unreal Engine. Next to it, we have Twinmotion. Click the version you want. In this case, we have 2024.1, the preview. And download it, launch it, and it will open this menu for you. We'll have the home where you have the news and stuff, the templates where you can download some templates to open them. And just like this template I had here. So let's download this one, for example. You have the learning tab, just like Unreal, and plugins. So if you're using 3ds Max or Rhino or Revit, just like all tools that support Datasmith, you need to download Datasmith. And just like you export your assets to Unreal, you can export them to Twinmotion with Datasmith or FBX or wherever you want. And these are some built-in plugins in Twinmotion. So let's open this template just to talk about the basics. I like how it takes time to load. Tuban. We will get back on the Unreal part perhaps in another stream. I cannot really help you with the crashes. However, when it crashes, you should, like, one of the things, take the log when, like, and talk about the issue at the forums at Epic. You will get response from Epic developers themselves in some cases, so that might solve it for you. And of course, there are the community there. That's your best bet. They will ask you, for example, to upload your log files. If you don't know what these are, they will explain to you. And yeah, so I hope you can solve it. I wonder if you tried Twinmotion. So Twinmotion is built on top of Unreal Engine. It's very cool. And yeah, as for Unreal crash, I wish I could help, but it's like this needs much more context beyond the stream. So LB Dua, did they ever fix two cars always on one right another? To be honest, I don't know about that issue, LBP Dua, but we can take a look today once we start placing cards. MBK, Obada, hello guys. Hulok, hello. Okay, so let's get into it. The last part I was discussing, I was talking about is the templates inside Twinmotion. So I want to open that menu again. I think it was under File. No. I forgot. No, here, yeah. So the templates, let's open Iceland template. Took it time, thank you. And here we are. Now, you would have your library here on the left, and the menu to toggle that on and off is here on the left corner. You would have your word outliner here on the right, just like Unreal Engine, so you can hide or unhide everything. And below that, you have the ambience, and maybe it might be not like this, so you click on properties and the scene for the scene. And ambience, here you have the lighting settings, time of the day, and let's hide the vegetation. Yeah. Let me show you something very cool in the ambience, which is the weather. So if you change the weather from summer to winter, it just changes. But let's choose a better time of the day. All right. Actually, we can just go back to media. There we go. So if you try to change the weather, it will just change. And it's really cool, like all these built-in features inside Twinmotion. We'll talk about all of them. Look at that, we even have snow now. So under the ambience, you can also go from the environment where you control the day and stuff and the lighting. You can go to the camera, because now we create the media view and we can scroll up or down and find the focal length for the lens. So let's set like 12. To control, if you right click, you can look around, and if you press ISD, you can like move around. And for the speed, you can press from 1 to 6. So 1 is the slowest, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you can fly. All right. So these are for the controls, and Q and E to move up and down. And there is a layout somewhere the first time you open Twinmotion. It's like here, it would ask you to select a preferred layout you are comfortable with. I don't know how to show it again, but if you close it, it's gone. And it's fine. So let's go back to the environment and let's change like this back to summer. We can also change the weather, so now it's rainy. And as you can see, all the materials on the street, they just become wet globally. This is now sunny, very cool, and more towards rain. My PC took a hit. Yeah. So I'm gonna click on File, New Scene. Let's click on We Don't Want to Save. Here, once we get into it, we're gonna use some of them, but they are pretty self-explanatory. Well, at least for these guys. For these, they need some applications. From here, we can import data. You can see all the materials inside your scene. You can use the populate tools. You can set up cameras, panoramic shots, and like to showcase the project, and you can export. So the user interface in Twinmotion for production and for producing images and videos really fast. It's really streamlined for that. It's designed for that. That's its whole purpose, visualization. And cloud is one of my favorite features, where you can upload a scene to the cloud and share it with others to get the design reviews. So really good stuff. With Lumen support, your scene will look just amazing. So I have this project, very old project of mine. Actually, we can, yeah, it's the second video on the channel, I think, this building. Let me double check that fact. Let's just, I want to see how it looks in Twinmotion. Yes. So if anyone is interested, like this house is this video, second video. Wow, long time. It's a VR project, and it's like divided in a way where it's good for light bake mostly. So many walls, so many objects, and yeah, this was one of the working versions. And before we export this, just let me do something very simple here, where I rename these objects. And let's save. Okay. So we get to import geometry. There's like the geometry you'd like SketchUp files, OBJ, Cinema 4D, Datasmith, JLTF, many types of geometries you can import. There is direct link. Actually, I think I might just use that instead of importing geometry like we do in Datasmith. And there is animations, landscapes, point cloud, and so on. So direct link, it will recognize that I have this project open, and inside 3ds Max, just like I export to Unreal Engine, there are two ways. We can either use direct link or we can export to Datasmith file. In this case, I'm gonna just toggle the press synchronize. And in Twinmotion, I'm gonna select this as a direct link source. So I'm gonna click on import. And I don't know if it's gonna take a few seconds or if I should just click and drag. But it is exporting this, so let's just give it a few seconds. All right. Okay. It's processing the data. To be honest, I prefer if we use Datasmith files because this way you will keep your project organized, but for preview purposes like this, that's completely fine. Now, I love Twinmotion to quickly also review materials of my project and how easy it is to do something called substitute by material inside Unreal Engine. Here also, if we take a look, it's when you select any file, let's just select any file. There is material substitution or enable substitution. And from here, basically just like the quick logic is when you have a large project with many materials, many surfaces, you can select or set the names of these surfaces, of these objects, like material, wall, plaster, exterior, for example, with the correct materials that you want from Twinmotion. And the same also happens in Unreal Engine with data prep. And you can, with like having a data table with all the correct materials names and the reference materials from here, you can, instead of manually assigning glass like this, it would happen automatically for you. Now, I'm gonna quickly just take a look at the chat. We are all good. Oh, look, wow, cool. Thank you. What is recommended in these scenarios for easier, like to be like, you know, when I'm assigning the glass here, it's much better if they all have the same material, not do it manually multiple times. And you can see like if I assign the glass on this green part, it's like, it's a mess. So there is multiple ways we can work with this. I don't know if I want to fix this real quick, but let's see. What are you doing? Okay, let me switch to scanline. I am not using scanline. Give me good old back scanline. The lag is unreal. All right. Looking good. So from this perspective, or like, because it's easy for me to select the glass in my project, if we delete all the glass, I think, yeah, there is no glass. We can assign like special material for this. So let's see what the material on let's just create a material. So let's call this glass windows, for example. Assign it on all, give it like this color for any reason, and inside max, like also give it some opacity. And since we have everything selected, why not give them all specific color code? So I'm gonna like give them this yellow or green, so they're like unified. And yeah, so if you click on synchronize, it will synchronize, in this case, I think just what is visible on the screen, because that was fast. But let's take a look. Let's go back to Twinmotion. Oh yeah, it did exactly that. And we can test it. So let's see. If we assign glass here, we can see it everywhere. But what is this exactly? Oh, maybe it's like the back of the surface. These are some different objects. So let's do synchronize again. And we can also force synchronize from here. Now that's, I think why I prefer to have some like export as Datasmith files. But let's see if we do this, click synchronize. Can I put my phone on silent? It's not a good practice to export a project like this, 1057 objects something every single time. What's a good practice is that you export most of it once, and then parts that you know they need updates or changes, we can do that. In this case, like we're doing for the glass. Yeah. Let's take 2 minutes to drink water and to read Adam's question. Oh, hello, Paulo. How are you? Adam, so you're currently working in Blender, not in 3ds Max. Will you ever do a similar tutorial? Will I do a similar tutorial? How to export a scene from Blender to Unreal or Twinmotion? I have Blender actually open now. I wanted to do a very quick small test as well, so we can see how that looks. But I just want to, because this scene is not super optimized, it's just a concept, I wanted to leave it to the end. So if we had time, like I'm gonna, for how long have we been online? Yeah, 30 minutes. Yeah, I think we can try that today for sure. We can try it. Okay, so let's unhide everything. No need, because here's the windows. So if we go back to Twinmotion, we can see the windows. Now, I think the moment you export your assets, you import your assets, and they have like material assigned on them once, it will be hard to get rid of them from the memory or something, because we see them here but not here on these guys. So let's delete this, or wait, actually reset materials on selection. That's interesting. Nice. All right, so let's select everything and reset materials on selection. And there we go. It updates basically selection. So this is good. I didn't know we have this. This is, I feel, somehow new. I don't know what version, but this is good. And I hope we have something like this in Unreal Engine. I doubt, but we will see. So direct link settings, we have these settings for the direct link. We can use full precision UVs. Light settings, use the original. So if we have lights in the scene, we can set their intensity, material substitution as well, and so on. Okay, so let's change the glass now to a newer material. For this wood, let's type wood. Oh wow, what did I type? I typed for orthographic, I think, no? This is a section. Very interesting. It's like, these are some really nice angles you can see the project from, and like as a drawing. But can I go back to perspective? I can click everywhere on the keyboard. Okay, let's do it. No. No. There we go. So if we type in the materials wood, no, not this for sure. Something black it was. So let's say the material library here, wood, we said it's not so good, right? Let's see. This is what we have. Just in this one. My mouse is lagging for some reason. I remember there is the substance store or something as well. We can import them as we want. So I don't want to import anything. I just want to find any interesting wood. And we also have the mega scans. Okay, I don't want to like do all the materials, because that's, if we do this room here maybe, and I don't have Lumen enabled, do I? We will enable it in a second. So let's go to materials and let's go to, yeah, this is definitely nicer view. Let's see what they have. Tiles. Let's put this here, because why not? But maybe white tiles. Ceilings. No, this is like for office and stuff. How about the walls? Marble and granite. I keep forgetting to reset the camera speed. Wow, that's too fast. Okay. Let's just enable Lumen. So if you go to scene, ambience, render, global illumination, can switch it from standard to Lumen. So we have this marble. If we go back to glass, Lumen makes such a massive difference. Where is the wall? So if we type wall, plaster basically. Yeah. Nice. Here have glass. So what type of glass this is? It's just one object. So I'm just curious about frosted glass in path tracing. And you know, like switching between path tracing and I like it. I like Twinmotion. Seems like it just keep getting faster to produce the images you want. Unless it wants to reset again. I'm just interested in seeing the thickness of the glass with the path tracing. Like it's just always cool. Adam, why don't you connect the Quixel bridge to Twinmotion? I think it's already connected. So in the library, in the mega scans, we have the surfaces. And from here, you have the same ones as Quixel, no? Or are you talking like something else, something different? It's built in. So from Sketchfab, let's see if you want to add architecture. Wow. Art, abstract, interesting. Music. Out of curiosity, let's just download this guy. I don't know why I'm downloading this, but why not? Let's just put it here instead of lemons. So click and drag, and it should put the project object for us. Wow. It's really nice quality. It's a beautiful scan. But these are not nice. But like, beautiful. So we're doing some textures. If we go to cloth, fabric, very interesting. So what do we have? That's not much. I'm just curious about the library. I feel like the user experience here can improve. in the library navigation, but that's fine. So we said surfaces. If we go to fabric or cloth, let's just type cloth. Generic leather, fabric, clothes, cotton, furniture, fabric, all right. So when you assign this as a material, we can see its options here. We have something called use fuzzy. I don't know if you can see an effect directly or not. I can only see like Lumen changes. Edge fall off. There we go. So it's like with the shading. Interesting. So it's like a material function on top of what we have with these settings about fuzziness. It gives this cool effect, I think, in the corners or the edges. And because this guy and this guy have the same material, that's what it is. It's very simple to apply. This button here should definitely not be here. This guy. Or it's just me clicking here all the time. Because why not? Granite. Oh, so in this scenario, we want to assign this here, but it's looking funny. You don't want that. Here on the tab, so here we have like render path tracing mode. I didn't talk about this before, but if you click, it will just basically path trace the image. And there are quality settings or samples you can set. I'm trying to set it, but it's okay. And then we have this option here. If you click and hold, replace material, apply to object, or apply to selection, which is also a really good option. So apply to object in this case. And when I click and drag the material I want to apply, it will apply just for one object, as you can see here. So I'm gonna reset this, apply this material to the walls. You can see it changes all the walls. But if I change, so I'm gonna do it here, okay? If I change it to apply to object, I can now apply it just for this one. So let's apply it, replace material. It will replace the whole material. So we can click on this material, by the way. I wonder if there is an option to delete like unused materials. Ah, there is. Will you work? Nice. Yeah, I think it did. So one thing I'm curious about, not curious actually, but assigning the right material on the object is this glass. So yeah, just clear glass, clear glass. I was trying to find that purple material. No. So rename, delete. This is definitely not the way to work with projects. And this is due to having like so many materials in one object. Sorry, one project, and all of them like names from 8 years could make a mess. That's why naming the project, its meshes, its materials, everything about it is important. Sorry. That doesn't matter for here though. So let's if there was a way to select objects that have the material assigned to them, we have that option inside Unreal. If we have that here, it would be really good quality of life feature improvement. Replace material can get tricky. Did we lose the sofa? I think we did, yeah. One thing that's very cool is the spacing tools. So let's take a quick look at that. If you go to populate, let's go to place. You can paint. This is not very new. So you can paint the area you want to populate, let's say vegetation at, and you can click and drag. And you can increase the diameter or decrease. It's okay as a tool. I don't know. There is some rules between like the trees and how they spawn from each other and all that good stuff. So that's cool. Now the new tools, we have the spacing and the scatter. The scatter, no, I think the spacing. So yeah, spacing and area, the new two modes. So this is area that we can select. And I think this is one of the new features. But can I? Okay. Yes, I can. So moving these, they get easier to work with. So this is the area. And we can drag the assets we want to populate here. So we can drag these and it will just populate. can drag something else. It will vary between them, so it's good to know. And you can select species, change properties, so if you want to make these smaller, yeah, very cool. Can try that again. So populate, can try spacing tool, and I don't know, let's I'm click and drag something, but nothing happens, so that's fine. Once you're done, I think if you click enter, nothing happens. Right click. Once you're done, right click, and it should you should be good. Click on the path, and you can also like drag and grab the assets you want. Can increase the number. Wow, relax. And do we have anything about randomizing, scattering, path tension, random offset, left and right, scale offset, random scale, random rotation, there we go. Just like that. So if we hold shift, we can make a duplicate as well, the same settings. Yeah, very nice. Have you seen MOI, an architectural visualization program? No, I didn't see it. MOI. Let me quickly take a look. Is it new? Is it old? Can you tell me more about it, Adam? Sonda. For shortcuts, click on help, then shortcuts, then pick language. Seen this before? Thank you. There we go. Thank you, sir. Nice. So every shortcut we talked about today and much more are here. So moving, translate, rotate, scale. Next, transform. That's interesting. Zoom. Awesome. This is printable as well, black and white. Very cool. And the keyboard layout. Nice. So there are all these languages. Perfecto. So under ambience, we had the time of the day. Wow, this just works. So if we search in the materials for asphalt, would we find road? Just need to make sure replace material. I don't know why Ctrl Z is not working. Oh, there we go. Let's type grass, for example, to change this. Here, because I don't know how many objects is affecting, we can just change this one. My keyboard is not helping me. So what about lights? Spotlights, area lights. Nice. I like how neat the user interface. It's kind of refreshing to change Unreal for just a little bit. And I remember if I want, I actually need to try the VR mode in it, but you can also do pedestrian mode. All right, so let's do a quick test from Blender. Beautiful design by your boy Xavier. Export. I would try JLTF. So let's DT. Yeah. So I'm closing for an hour. We will finish the stream soon because I have some things. However, I will be back with 5.4 stream tomorrow and save this scene, compare it in Unreal as well. Keep learning Twinmotion. I think it would be cool to create a couple of shots with Twinmotion. Right. So we can also update the shot as you go. Nice. So this is how we create shots. You find a place you like, you find the camera angle you prefer, and then you click. Another one. If you want to update it, we do this. Awesome. So I think that Blender file finished exporting. Let's import it as a normal JLTF file. So I can select the file I exported from Blender as JLTF. And I'm gonna keep everything as it is. I'm just gonna click import. And what is nice about Twinmotion, you can simply like connect and disconnect data sources. So I can like disconnect the Studios Max data source. What is your most annoying key on the keyboard? Mine is the caps lock. Program go home. It's new. I'm looking at it now. I will give it a shot. It looks interesting. I used to play The Sims. No, I'm just kidding. Home design software in 2024. This is definitely useful, amazing for home designers. I'm always interested in the user interfaces. Smart AI templates with abundant 3D model library to empower your designs. So is it for 3D modeling and everything? Ah, this is finished here. So let's disconnect this. Oh, before I disconnect, oops. So yeah, before, let's just quickly save this to my bookmark. Thanks for sharing, Adam. I'm definitely check it out. So for this part here, we want to re-import deleted objects, reset, direct link settings. Can we just disconnect it as a data source? Like, I don't want this anymore. Yes, but there we go. Can delete the project and that's it. We're done. Now for this project, I think this one will be really fun to visualize in Twinmotion, much more than the house. Oh wow, it got also the trees. This is a heavy scene. And also all the hidden objects. This is my bad. Actually, wait. I think that's for that. It's exporting again. So yeah, from Blender also it's easy. From any place it's easy. My preferred way to export things from Blender is JLTF or USD. And even for, I'm testing USD versus Datasmith for future, but USD is something. So let's reload the file. It's extracting data. I don't know if it's deleting the stuff that we don't see. Moaz, Obad, I wonder if you guys have questions about Twinmotion. Adam, I forgot to answer your question. Mine is caps lock too. While you wait for data to process, let's just take another look at the images here. They are cool. Cannot deny that. All right, almost done. Yeah, this is taking longer. This is like a concept for fun, tower, that I hope to revisit. And I think using Twinmotion at this stage of the project, especially for this project, to visualize it, to get rid of all these from here and just place them in Twinmotion instead. And yeah, it will help immensely. It's still processing data. All right, there we go. It had to delete so much data. Oh wow, that's cool as well. Having 3D mouse support in Twinmotion, I didn't know that. So once we got these massive objects, we lost like the performance. So it's just best if we select these trees. Oh wow. Leaf by leaf, really? That's why. So I think that's very cool. Here's where just by searching tree, it shows me all trees, and then I press Ctrl A and delete. It's a really good way to be able to work with the scene. I was afraid it would delete everything in the project. So that's good. Let's move from like the pedestrian mode. It's a big tower. Ambience. The focal length. So let's say if we want big sofa, would we find? Yes, we would. But not what we're looking for. What about stuff like Sketchfab? So go to, oh, keep doing that. So go to, let's say Sketchfab. Oh, Shiba. Let's add this guy because he's funny. Yep, he belongs. Let's make him like, press 9 to make scale, and then like, yeah. Here's now a statue in the project. Thank you, Sketchfab. Or maybe wait, he is the project. Yeah. Nah, he's too much of the project. All right. Yeah, sorry. Do we have any special mapping in the substance materials? Stretch, offset. We can animate textures. So the speed, roughness, metallic, emissive, all that good stuff. Whether it's just a button, it seems. Is it easy to transfer projects from Twinmotion to Unreal Engine? This is a good question. I didn't try it. In the past, it used to be really hard. Like it's getting easier, but for the recent updates on this, I don't know. However, I would say it's worth looking at. So for next stream, I would have an answer around this, Adam. I remember there used to be some plugins or things you need to install, but I don't know about now. However, as far as I know, it's like something that should like supported or being like always improved, because that's like the pipeline. So I definitely think, and I hope that's the case, where it's getting easier and easier to export from Twinmotion to Unreal. Now, I know there are so many things that cannot be exported, and I don't know like how this complicate things with like spacing geometry or trees, but I know like trees cannot be exported, for example. I'm not so sure, and please don't crash. As for other things, we must take a look at it. So I will take a look at it, and perhaps we can make a stream just for Twinmotion to Unreal. What's the possibilities? What's the limitations? And yeah, we can learn it together. What do you think? All right, guys, I need to stop today's stream. However, we'll be back with more Twinmotion stuff and Unreal stuff. And it would be a really good deal if it's like easy to export from Twinmotion to Unreal. That's for sure. Big focus. All right. Thank you everyone for being here today. I hope you enjoyed today's stream with Twinmotion. I hope you learned something. I hope you give Twinmotion a shot. It's really cool. Show me what you design. And if you have any questions, you can leave them on the comments of this video. And yeah, hopefully I will see you guys very soon. Thank you again for being here, and take care.